this is part 2 of Homeschooling Chat. I am Charlie Greer of We're the Greers and also thefrontporchfarmhouse.com and IG at The Front Porch Farmhouse. Today I want to talk about curriculum choices for homeschooling. I talked a little bit about in the first video this worry or fear that I may not be able to teach my child, and I explained that there are so many curriculum choices out there and they equip you to just open up a book and get started with teaching your child. If you are interested in the first video, it covers basically the worry of, am I qualified to teach my child? And another fear of, is my child going to be weird if they're homeschooled? Is there going to be a lack of socialization? But on this video, we're going to focus on curriculum. Now, there are so many choices out there when it comes to homeschool curriculum that it can be daunting. Especially when a lot of it you're just looking at online and you don't actually have the product in your hand. And to be honest, there are so many different types of learning styles, and there are curriculums that cater to that. But what I want to talk about first is that you have the option to pick and choose curriculum, meaning maybe you want to use a certain math curriculum, but you don't want to use the same company for the reading curriculum or the language arts or history. So that's sort of the pick and choose option, the a la carte. You get to go through and say, you know what, I want to do Math UC. I want to do all about reading, all about spelling. And that was my approach our very first year of homeschooling, which was about 8 years ago. I just picked and chose things that I thought had good reviews and were going to equip me to teach Presley, my oldest, in the right way. There are also curriculums where you buy the box type of thing, where you purchase it and it all comes together. And these have a benefit because one company did design it and it's all designed to work together. You may be learning about something about history that you were reading a book with and reading, and then maybe even your science is about mummification of pharaohs in Egypt, which is what you're learning about in history and reading about in reading. So you sort of see the idea that it can all work together and you're learning a whole bunch of different ways a certain topic. It's also the allure, we have tried this as well, and the allure to this was that one particular curriculum I used called My Father's World, which we love but we no longer use, is that a lot of it, the math and reading would be done on an individual level, but the science and history part was meant for, if you have multiple children, you can sit down together and you can sort of talk about a topic, and the older kid may have a few more activities to do along with it, and it gets watered down a little bit for maybe your second grader that's sitting in there, but it's meant for more of a family feel. We moved away from that because it was a lot of reading and a lot of textbook, and it's called the Charlotte Mason approach, and it is awesome. But for us, I could just see my kids' eyes glazing over, and it just wasn't catering to their learning style. And so I will be sharing in the next video what we do use and how we're feeling about it. But I wanted to touch base here and just sort of talk about how you can really choose to do homeschooling any way you want to. In fact, there are some people who even do the approach of unschooling, and meaning they just sort of, whatever their kid is interested in, we're going to learn more about it. You just have to be careful because in some states you have to have a lot of documentation, and to me, from my purpose and my personality, unschooling would be very difficult for me to keep track of everything that we're doing and hold me accountable maybe to making sure that we're learning everything that we need to be learning. But it's definitely an option that you can look into. So I hope you find this helpful. Feel free to ask questions. I'm always here to help.